Hi, this is Christine Schaefer. This is my husband TJ, who's willingly volunteered for this exercise. We're going to go ahead and do the oral mechanism and laryngeal function exam. Hi, TJ.
Hello.
Hi. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at your face. It seems symmetrical. I don't see any scarring that would get in the way or cause any structures to be different. Your lips look symmetrical. They look good. Can you open your mouth for me? Nice. So I'm just going to look at your teeth. Good. Top teeth look good. Can you lift your tongue up to the top so I can see your bottom? Nice. I'm just going to pull your cheek out a little bit. Okay, that looks good. And then can you flatten your tongue and say, ah?
Ah.
Good. Your uvula looks good. The back of your mouth looks great. Palate looks nice. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the jaw movements. Okay? And so what I want you to do is I want you to open your mandible, the bottom of your jaw. Close it. Okay, I want you to go side to side. Good job. And then push it out forward. Pull it back in. Good. And then this time I want you to open your mouth, but I'm going to put pressure against your chin so that it's harder for you. Okay?
Okay.
Go ahead and open. Nice. Keep it open, please. Good. And then close. Good job. Okay, so now we're going to move on to lips. So I just want to make sure that your lips have enough strength for swallowing. So if you could pucker them. And then a big smile. Good. And then I want you to puff up your cheeks and hold air. Good. Okay, so now I want to see if you can hold your breath. So I'm going to ask you to hold your breath for about 6 seconds. And then when you're done, go ahead and breathe through your nose, okay? We'll do it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. And then can you breathe in and out through your nose, please? Good job. Okay, so now we're going to do the tongue. So with the tongue, what I want you to do is stick it out and pull it back in. Okay, and then we're going to stick it out and we're going to waggle it side to side. So, good. Now we're going to do some licking maneuvers. So if you could lick your top lip. Good job. And the bottom. Good. And then what I want you to do is I want you to run your tongue along the top of your mouth. So it's going to start in the front and it's going to go back like this. Nice. Good job. Okay. So we did the tongue, we did all of these things. So now with the back of your tongue, I want to make sure that it can get all the way back up. So I just want a nice guh sound. Guh. Good. One more time.
Guh.
Perfect. Okay, now we're going to do some exercises just so I can see how you do with sounds. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to say pa 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 as long as you can. Okay, you can stop. That's really good. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing but with ta. So ta 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 ta. Okay, good. Now we're going to do ka. Ka 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 ka. Okay. Now we're going to combine them all together, and it's going to sound like this. Padaka, 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 padaka.
Parka, 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 parka.
Okay, good job. Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the laryngeal exam. Oh, but first I just want to, I'm going to go ahead and put the tongue depressor in your mouth, and I just want to see how it functions in the back of it. So I'm going to shine this light in your mouth, and then I'm going to hold down your tongue, and I'm going to ask you to say ah 3 times. So like ah, ah, ah. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so open your mouth for me. Okay, give me good ah, ah, ah.
Ah, ah, ah.
Perfect. Okay, and then this next one's not going to be so comfortable. It's going to be, I'm going to test your gag reflex. So I'm going to slowly walk this back on your tongue until I get a good gag reflex. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Nice. Okay. And then last but not least, I'm going to put this in your mouth, and then I want to know which side I'm touching. So, for instance, if on the inside I'm touching this side, I want you to raise this hand. And if you feel like I'm touching that side, I want you to raise that hand. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so go ahead and open up and say ah.
Ah.
Okay. Tricked you, huh? Okay, perfect. So now I'll move on to the laryngeal function, which is mainly sounds. So I want to listen to your vocal quality. So if you can just do this for me, say ah.
Ah.
Okay, and then I want you to hold it out as long as you can. So take a deep breath and then say ah. And then I want to see if you can change your pitch. So it's going to go like this. Ah.
Ah.
Good pitch. Okay, and then a few more things. So I want to see if you can cough. So go ahead and give me a good good job. And then a throat clear. So perfect. And then the last thing is I'm going to touch the bottom of your throat. And then I want you to swallow for me, and I'm going to feel your throat go up and down. Does that sound okay? Okay, TJ, so to make sure we're ready to go into food trials, I want to just test your swallow and see how your structures are moving when you swallow. So I'm going to go ahead and place my fingers on your throat, and then I'm going to ask you to swallow. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and swallow for me. Okay. So I did feel it move up, so we're ready to go on to food trials. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do some water, then we're going to move on to food if water goes okay. What I want you to do after each time I give you water or food is I want you to give me a good ah, and that'll just let me know if the food is cleared from your throat or not. Okay? So for the water one, we're just going to do ah, and then when we move on to food, if we do move on to food, I'm going to look in your mouth as well just to make sure there's no more food left in there. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do just a little bit of water. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this in your mouth. Don't swallow yet though. Okay, and swallow. Okay, great. Now we're going to move up to a full teaspoon. Can you say ah for me? Thank you. Okay, here comes the full teaspoon. Okay. Go ahead and swallow. Nice. And say ah. Ah. Perfect. Okay. Now we're going to move on to drinking out of a cup. So I'm going to give you a sip of water. And then I'm going to put my fingers on, and again, we're going to swallow the same way. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and swallow for me. Okay, perfect. This time what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you take swallows like you normally would. After you say ah really quick.
Ah.
Okay. I'm going to have you take drinks as you normally would when you're drinking. And then I'm just going to fill your throat as you do it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and take a drink. Okay, and then give me a good ah.
Ah.
Okay. And then now we're going to move on to straw. So straw's a little bit harder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch the straw to give you as much water, and then don't swallow until I tell you. So go ahead and take in some water. Okay. Go ahead and swallow. Okay, perfect. And then I want you to go ahead. Yep. And then I want you to go ahead and take straw swallows for me. Okay, perfect. And say ah again.
Ah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I think everything sounds really good, and I think we're ready to move on to food. Do you have any questions for me before we move on to food?
No.
Okay. So remember, after we do food, I'm going to take a look inside your mouth, and you're going to say ah before I do that.
Okay.
Okay. So the first thing I have here is I have applesauce for us. So again, we're just going to start with half of a teaspoon. Okay. Here we go. Go ahead and swallow for me. Okay, and you say ah.
Ah.
Perfect. And then I'm just going to take a quick look in your mouth, make sure everything went down the way it was supposed to. Can you open up for me? Okay, looks good. Okay, now we're going to do a full teaspoon of applesauce. Okay. Go ahead and swallow for me. Can you say ah?
Ah.
Perfect. One more time. I'm just going to check in your mouth. Okay, looks good. And then this time I'm going to have you go ahead and feed yourself what you would a normal bite. So you can grab the spoon. Okay, I'm just going to look in your mouth. The applesauce, and move on to the next food. Okay, looks clear. Okay, so the next consistency I have is baked beans. Okay, so we're going to start again with a little bite of half a teaspoon. Okay, I'm going to place my fingers. Go ahead and swallow for me. When you're done chewing. Okay. Let me take a look inside. Okay, looks good. Moving up to a bigger bite. Okay. Go ahead. Okay. Go ahead and say ah for me. Okay, and then I want you to go ahead and take what you normally would for a bite. That would have been a big bite. Okay, I felt you swallow. Okay, I thought there'd be another swallow in there. Go ahead and take a look. You ready for me?
Okay. That's too big a bite.
Okay. Okay, looks like you cleared it all though. Okay, and then last but not least, we're going to move on to a sandwich. I know you like peanut butter and jelly. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a smaller bite. Okay. Get my fingers ready to go. There you go. Okay, can you say ah for me? Okay, I'm going to take one last look in your mouth for that. Okay, we've got a little bit of residue, but I don't think it's anything to be worried about. Okay, last but not least, if you want to take a bite out of that sandwich, normal bite.
Awesome.
No, I'm okay, thanks. Maybe later. Okay, and then another ah. Okay, one more time, I promise. This is the last one. Okay, everything looks really good. Do you have any questions for me? I think that went really well. No? Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.